Hey, hi, thanks for stopping by for another bedtime vlog. I'm Angel, as usual. I'm tired, that's why I'm going to bed. I had a great conversation with my mom today, as I frequently get to lately, and that combined with some other things that I came across today has me reflecting a lot on how we give our power away. In fact, I'm doing a 6-week feminine power course, and it's a weekly, a different aspect of it every week, and this week's bonus section was on reclaiming feminine power, and that combined with this discussion with my mom that I had about how nobody can take your power from you unless you give it away, and how I think especially as women, but as men too, I'm sure in probably different ways, but probably just as much, we're kind of conditioned as humans, I guess, to give ourselves away, and especially if somebody belittles us, to feel belittled. But it only works to belittle us if we allow ourselves, if we own that, if we feel it, if we give that to ourselves. I've just been reflecting on that because I've often felt shamed and blamed and belittled and rejected, and I still do sometimes, and I've been really reflecting on how that's really just my own rejection and shame and blame of myself, and when I don't own that, when I own my own power, when I reclaim my own power and know that I own myself, that I'm enough, that I'm worthy of love, that I'm a aspect of this universe just as much as every other aspect, no better or worse than anyone else, then I am less offended if someone, even if someone's intentionally trying to shame me or put me down or belittle me, it doesn't work. And most of the time when we feel belittled, in my experience, that's just we are telling ourselves stories. It's not even really true. So that can be reduced greatly as well by just not giving your power away, not not claiming the accusations or rejections or stories that you tell yourself about those kind of things. And as a little side note, that's another thing I'm looking forward to implementing in my life, is more of the phrase, the story I'm telling myself is, or the story that's running around in my head right now is, because I think if we prefaced a lot of our thoughts with those kind of sayings, whatever is appropriate, but something like that acknowledges that we don't have all the information, that the brain will run amok with a little bit of information and make up stories that frequently aren't true at all, or aren't all the way true, or are a lot more negative than they need to be. So I think especially with people we love, with relationships that are important, and in businesses and in intimate relationships, and really just out there in the world, though, it's a good idea, instead of like accusing, or even better than saying, this is making me feel like this, to say the story that I'm telling myself in my head right now is, or the story that's playing in my mind right now is such and such, and that opens the door to a conversation for clarification, and doesn't give your power away. It says, hey, I'm human, and I'm here owning my own ability to be vulnerable and maybe have a misunderstanding, and also, ready, willing, and able to have a conversation that elevates, that communicates, that brings about more understanding and a broader perspective, instead of shutting things down and causing smallness either direction. This is something I've been really working on for myself and the people around me, as I have felt small plenty, and I think I have made people around me feel small, often as a result of myself feeling small, which isn't an excuse at all. It's just to say that, let's stop the madness, let's stop the cycle by learning some new tools, some new tricks, some new methods for communicating and, owning ourselves and our own power. That's my 2 cents for tonight. I'm about to pass out. I wish you a sweet dreams. It's like almost 3 in the morning. I'm editing and editing and editing as a side note, so you can probably find a link to my book, 47 Truths. It is on Amazon. Woohoo! I'm pretty excited about it, even though you can't tell because I'm like hoarse from staying up. Anyway, ciao and sweet dreams.